So, my speech is entitled A Time and a Place for Hardcore Music. So today I'm here to explain and perhaps sway your opinions on a type of music you all might have heard of. Hardcore. To a regular music listener who cannot tell the difference between genres of music like death metal, grindcore, hardcore metal, progressive metal, Scandinavian black metal, or doom metal, most of these bands will end up sounding very similar to each other. You got heavy guitar, blast beat drums, distorted bass, and a guy screaming and growling at the top of his lungs. I don't necessarily blame you for not wanting to play this at your wedding. But, regardless, believe me when I say there is a time and a place for hardcore music. Modern hardcore originated in the 1970s all around the world. Every demographic had their own version of hardcore, but it was all similar in the fact that it was faster, heavier, and more off-time than traditional punk. Bands like Black Flag, The Misfits, The Germs, and Bad Brains are often credited with being the pioneers of hardcore. Then you have Tony Iommi of Black Sabbath, who is often credited with being the first to use the Devil's Note. This is the low note on the guitar which many, if not all, metal bands will use. Black Sabbath is also credited with being one of the first traditional metal bands, and they were around during the same time that hardcore punk movement was taking place. So, here you are after this speech, going home and really thinking about hardcore music. So you look up bands like Amir, and Bring Me the Horizon, or The Acacia Strain, or Lamb of God, and you give her a quick listen. See, most good hardcore bands will have a solid guitarist and drummer. This is where your rock and riffs will emerge. Sometimes you can find yourself really liking a hardcore song only for one particular part. Regardless, you are now on your way to appreciating hardcore music. Now the song starts growing on you. It was either that pre-verse thing they did after the chorus, or it was that breakdown that made you want to punch a baby in the face. Either way, whatever it was, you're getting intrigued. But you can't understand what he's saying. This is the biggest problem people will run into. It's hard to appreciate or even like a song when you can't sing along to it, never mind understanding a single word that he's saying. So, Google the lyrics. Singers for these bands don't all write about, burning down churches and eating puppies. Most of them will write about times that they got really hopped up on drugs, or funny ways for their ex-girlfriends to die. Others write about pretty much just anything. Either way, knowing the lyrics, even if they're screams, gets the listener really into it. So now you are a graduate of School of Hardcore Metal, but where can you listen to the music? Perhaps in the gym. Studies have shown that listening to loud, upbeat music can stimulate the body and boost your performance by 20%. So with that logic, listening to hardcore music would practically be like being on steroids. Music has also been found to enhance wine taste. A separate study determined that different types of music change the taste of your wine. Heavier music was said to improve the taste of red wine by 60%. So for all you that like red wine, it'd be stupid not to listen to heavy music, right? Or you can do what I do and listen to hardcore music in traffic and headbang. Seeing people's reactions can be pretty funny. Either way, believe me when I say that there is a time and a place for hardcore music.